A tale of two climates: Britain's gentle touch versus Canada's frosty embrace. These two nations, though both located in the northern hemisphere, offer starkly different climatic experiences that shape their landscapes, lifestyles, and cultures. Imagine stepping onto the shores of Britain, a land where lush green landscapes persist throughout the year, kissed by the gentle breezes of the Atlantic. The rolling hills and verdant fields create a picturesque scene that seems almost timeless. Contrast this with the snow-capped peaks and icy plains of Canada, a country where winter's grip tightens for a significant part of the year. The vast expanses of snow and ice create a stark yet breathtakingly beautiful winter wonderland. These two nations, though both located in the northern hemisphere, offer starkly different climatic experiences. The geographical positioning and the influence of various climatic factors result in these contrasting weather patterns. Britain enjoys a temperate climate characterized by mild winters and cool summers. The weather is generally moderate, with no extreme temperatures, making it a comfortable place to live year-round. Rainfall is evenly distributed throughout the year, contributing to the verdant landscapes that have come to define the British Isles. This consistent precipitation ensures that the countryside remains lush and green, a hallmark of Britain's natural beauty. Canada, on the other hand, experiences a much wider range of temperatures. The seasonal changes are more pronounced, with each season bringing its own unique beauty and challenges. Long, harsh winters with heavy snowfall are commonplace, particularly in the interior and northern regions. These winters can be both a challenge and a delight, offering opportunities for winter sports and activities. Summers can be surprisingly warm in some areas, but they are generally shorter and less intense than those experienced at similar latitudes in Europe. Despite their brevity, Canadian summers are cherished for their warmth and the vibrant life they bring. These contrasting climates are not merely a quirk of geography, they are the result of a complex interplay of oceanic currents, air masses, and geographical features. The Atlantic Ocean's influence on Britain and the Arctic's impact on Canada play crucial roles in shaping their climates. This difference in climate has shaped the culture, lifestyle, and even the very fabric of life in these two nations. From the cozy pubs and green pastures of Britain to the winter sports and community events in Canada, the climate influences every aspect of daily life. Understanding why Britain enjoys a milder climate than Canada requires delving into the fascinating world of ocean currents, global wind patterns, and the profound influence of geography on climate. The Gulf Stream, for instance, brings warm water from the tropics to the British Isles, moderating its climate, while Canada's vast landmass and proximity to the Arctic result in colder temperatures. The Gulf Stream, a warm oceanic river flowing towards Britain. This powerful current plays a crucial role in shaping the climate of the regions it touches. One of the key protagonists in this climatic tale is the Gulf Stream, a powerful ocean current that originates in the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico. It begins its journey here, gathering heat and energy. Like a giant conveyor belt of heat, the Gulf Stream carries warm tropical waters northward across the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean towards Western Europe, including the British Isles. This journey is essential for the transfer of heat from the equator to the northern latitudes. As this warm current approaches the cooler waters of the North Atlantic, it releases significant amounts of heat into the atmosphere. This process not only warms the air but also influences weather patterns. This heat transfer significantly moderates the climate of Britain and other countries along the western coast of Europe. The Gulf Stream's warmth ensures that these regions enjoy milder winters and more temperate conditions year-round. Without the moderating influence of the Gulf Stream, Britain's climate would be significantly colder, more akin to that of eastern Canada, which lies at a similar latitude. The difference is stark, highlighting the Gulf Stream's vital role. The Gulf Stream's impact is particularly noticeable during the winter months, when it helps to keep temperatures in Britain much milder than they would otherwise be. This warmth is a key factor in the relatively mild winters experienced in Britain compared to other regions at similar latitudes. The North Atlantic Drift, carrying warmth on Britain's shores. As the Gulf Stream flows northeastward, it splits into several branches. One of these branches, known as the North Atlantic Drift, continues to carry warm water towards northwestern Europe, directly impacting the climate of the British Isles. The North Atlantic Drift acts like a giant hot water bottle, releasing heat into the atmosphere and moderating the temperatures experienced in Britain. This warm current is particularly influential along the western coasts of Britain and Ireland. where it helps to create a remarkably mild climate for such high latitudes. The combined effect of the Gulf Stream and the North Atlantic Drift is profound. These warm currents transform the British Isles into an emerald jewel, a land where gardens flourish year-round, and winter's chill is noticeably absent compared to other regions at similar latitudes. Britain's geographic advantage, an island bathed in moderation. Beyond the influence of ocean currents, Britain's geography plays a crucial role in shaping its mild climate. As an island nation, Britain is surrounded by water, which acts as a moderating influence on temperatures. Water has a higher heat capacity than land, meaning it takes longer to heat up and cool down. This characteristic of water helps to moderate temperature extremes, preventing the dramatic swings between hot and cold that are common in continental locations like Canada. Britain's relatively small size also contributes to its moderate climate. Being an island nation means that no part of Britain is located too far from the coast. This proximity to the sea ensures that the moderating influence of the ocean is felt throughout the country, further contributing to the mild and temperate climate. Section 5. Latitude's role. Closer to the equator, closer to the sun's warmth. While Britain's latitude does place it in the temperate zone, it's worth noting that it lies at a higher latitude than many might realize. London, for example, is located at a latitude of 51.5 degrees north, which is actually further north than Calgary, Canada, at 51 degrees north. Despite this, London experiences a significantly milder climate than Calgary. This difference in climate highlights the importance of factors beyond latitude in determining a region's climate. While latitude plays a role in determining the amount of solar radiation a region receives, factors such as ocean currents, prevailing winds, and proximity to large bodies of water can significantly modify the effects of latitude, as clearly demonstrated by the contrasting climates of Britain and Canada. Section 6. Canada's Arctic exposure, a vast land under the northern lights. In contrast to Britain's island setting, Canada's vast landmass stretches northward into the Arctic Circle, exposing it to the full force of frigid Arctic air masses. These air masses, originating in the polar regions, bring with them bitterly cold temperatures, particularly during the winter months. The sheer size of Canada allows these Arctic air masses to sweep southward across the country, bringing with them the deep freeze that characterizes Canadian winters. Unlike Britain, which is buffered by the moderating influence of the Atlantic Ocean, Canada's interior is far removed from any significant bodies of warm water, leaving it vulnerable to the extreme temperatures associated with continental climates. Section 7. Continental climate versus maritime moderation. Why Canada feels the extremes. Canada's continental climate stands in stark contrast to Britain's maritime climate. Continental climates, like that of Canada, are characterized by greater temperature extremes. Summers can be hot, and winters are typically very cold. This is because land heats up and cools down much faster than water. In contrast, maritime climates, like that of Britain, are moderated by the proximity of the ocean, resulting in milder winters and cooler summers. The vastness of Canada's landmass further exacerbates these temperature extremes. The interior regions of Canada, far removed from the moderating influence of the oceans, experience the most dramatic temperature swings, with scorching hot summers and bitterly cold winters. Section 8. Mountain ranges, shaping Canada's climate with every peak and valley. Canada's dramatic landscape, sculpted by towering mountain ranges like the Rockies and the Coast Mountains, adds another layer of complexity to its climate. These mountain ranges act as barriers, influencing precipitation patterns and temperature gradients across the country. The western slopes of the mountains, facing the Pacific Ocean, receive abundant rainfall, while the eastern slopes, in the rain shadow of the mountains, are much drier. Mountain ranges also influence temperature. As air masses are forced to rise over mountains, they cool and condense, leading to precipitation. As the air descends on the leeward side of the mountains, it warms and dries, creating a rain shadow effect. Section 9. A world of difference, how geography paints two distinct climatic pictures. The contrasting climates of Britain and Canada offer a compelling example of how geography shapes the world around us. These two nations, though sharing the same hemisphere, present a fascinating study in climatic diversity. While both nations share a hemisphere, Their climates are worlds apart, shaped by a complex interplay of ocean currents, air masses, and geographical features. The differences in their climates are a testament to the power of natural forces and the unique characteristics of their respective geographies. Britain, an island nation bathed in the warmth of the Gulf Stream and North Atlantic Drift, enjoys a temperate climate with mild winters and cool summers. The moderating influence of these ocean currents ensures that Britain rarely experiences the extreme temperatures seen in other parts of the world. Canada, a vast landmass stretching into the Arctic Circle, experiences a continental climate with greater temperature extremes, influenced by its exposure to frigid Arctic air masses and the presence of towering mountain ranges. The sheer size of Canada means that its climate can vary dramatically from one region to another, from the icy tundras of the north to the milder, more temperate zones in the south. Understanding these climatic differences provides a glimpse into the intricate workings of our planet's climate system and highlights the profound influence of geography on the environments we inhabit. By studying these variations, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and beauty of our natural world.